Hello students, today we are going to solve the problems which are depends on surface tension. So these problems are so important and it is compulsory to NEET and JEE students. See, we have seen all the concepts related to the surface tensions and we have to apply that concept in these problems. So let us see problem number first. So in problem number 1, the beaker of radius 15 centimeter. A beaker is there and its radius is 15 centimeter. It's filled with a liquid of surface tension 0.075 Newton per meter. So first of all, if any applications, if you want to solve, then first of all write all the given things. So here beaker is there and its radius is given, so we can write small r for radius of beaker. It is 15 centimeter. Okay, now a liquid of surface tension, that is surface tension is 0.075 Newton per meter. Force across an imaginary diameter on the surface of the liquid is. So you have to calculate force, but that force acting on the diameter. So concentrate here a diameter. So radius is given to you and you have to calculate force acting on the diameter. So we know the relation between diameter and radius. If radius is given, then the diameter is, so diameter of the beaker will be 2 into r, that is twice of radius. So diameter means what? 2 into radius. So radius is given, so it is 2 multiplied by 15 centimeter. So 15 to the 30 centimeter. So this is the diameter. Okay. So see here, we get here diameter, this one is radius. Now our concept is surface tension and we know what is surface tension. Surface tension is, that is force per unit length. Force per unit length, that is the surface tension. Okay, so you have to calculate force, so that's why it becomes force is equal to surface tension multiplied by L. So L stands for what? The length of diameter. So put the values. Surface tension, it is given 0.075 multiplied by length of diameter, it is given 30 centimeter. Centi stands for what? What is the power of 10? So 30 into, if centi is there, then you can put 10 to the power minus 2 meter. So you should remember 1 centi means what? 10 to the power minus 2 meter. So instead of centimeter, you can use 10 to the power minus 2. Always keep remember. So if there is centimeter, so you can put 10 to the power minus 2. Okay. So instead of centi, we can put here 10 to the power minus 2. So it becomes what? See here. So how we can calculate it? This 1, 2, 3. So this decimal point shift here behind 3 digits. So it becomes 75 into 10 to the power minus 3. Here decimal point, or we can say 30 is there and this is minus 2. Now see here 75 into 30. We know the multiplications, that is 75 into 30. It becomes 2250. So we can put here 2250 into minus 3 minus 2, it becomes minus 5. Okay, so concentrate on our options. So such options are given to us. Now accurate options will be, now see here. So decimal point shifted in the left hand side. So 1, 2, 3. After putting decimal point on the left side, then we get here -2. It means that our correct option is 2.25 into 10 to the power -2. It is force, therefore it is measured in Newton. So our last option is correct, that is 2.25 into 10 to the power -2. Okay. Let us discuss second problem. That second problem is related to the liquid film. And we know the liquid film means what? See, we have seen soap film in our theory lectures. So for soap film, it has two surfaces. So similarly, liquid film also has two surfaces. Now see here, a liquid film is there and a slider is given. So first of all, write whatever may be the given. See here, a thin liquid film formed between a U-shaped wire and a light slider supports a weight of. So weight is given. So we have to write weight. So weight means what? It is a force. See here, weight is applied here. So weight means what? It is a force. So we can write force. Force means what? Weight that is mg, and it is given 1.5 into 10 to the power -2 Newton. Then as shown in figure, the length of slider is given. So length of slider is 30 centimeter. So length is given, it is 30 centimeter, and we know instead of centimeter we can put 10 to the power -2. So here we can write 30 into 10 to the power -2 meter. So this is the conversion. Instead of centimeter you have to use 10 to the power -2. So these two things are given to us, and in this figure a film is there, obviously liquid film is there, and a weight is given. Weight is 1.5 into 10 to the power -2. Now we have to find out the surface tension, that is the surface tension of the liquid film. So whatever may be the surface tension, it can be calculated using the basic formula, that is surface tension is equal to force per unit length. Okay. So this length is given, the length of slider is given, and the length of slider is 30 centimeter. Now see here, this liquid film has two surfaces, because whatever maybe soap film is there, whatever maybe the liquid film is there. So definitely you should be remember there are how many surfaces? Two surfaces. Okay. So which we have already discussed in our theory lectures. So this instead L we can use here T is equal to F by 2L. Now why 2L we are using here? Because this liquid film has two surface, therefore we have to put here 2. So our formula becomes, that is F, it is mg, so mg upon 2L. So therefore T is equal to, what is mg? Mg, that is force is given 1.5 into 10 to the power -2 upon 2 into length of slider. So length of slider is given, it is 30 centimeter. So 30 into 10 to the power -2. So just you have to put all the given things in that formula. So what about its calculation? It's calculated, this -2 they are cancelled. Now remaining term is, that is T is equal to 1.5 upon 30 to the 60. So it becomes T is equal to 15 upon 60 into, so shift this decimal point after one digit, so we will get 10 to the power -1. What about T is equal to? 15 fours are 60. So we get here 1.4 into 10 to the power minus 1, and we know 1 by 4 means what? 1 by 4 means 0 point, that is 25. Okay, so it will get 10 to the power minus 1. So to cancel this minus 1, we can shift this decimal point in this direction, left direction. So we get here 0.02 y. It is surface tension, and surface tension is measured in Newton per meter. So which one is the correct option? Last option is correct, that is 0.025 Newton per meter. So this is the calculations. Okay. So whatever may be the problems which are depends on the formula of surface tension, it is very easy. But you should remember that if liquid film is there or soap film is given, so at that time you have to use what? 2. Why? Because liquid film or soap film has 2 surface. Okay. Let us see third problem. That is a 10 centimeter long wire is placed horizontally on the surface of water. Now see here, a wire is there and it has length 10 centimeter. So we can write in given. So given things are the length of water, the length of wire. So the length of wire is given, it is 10 centimeter. Now we know instead of centi, we have to put what? 10 to the power minus 2. It is in meter. So length is at 10 centi. Then and is gently pulled up with a force of. So force is given 2 into 10 to the power minus 2. So force is 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 Newton. Then the surface tension in Newton per meter of the water is. You have to calculate what? Surface tension, that is the capital T. Capital T means what? Surface tension. So again it is very simple concept based on surface tension, and we know the formula to calculate surface tension. Surface tension is exactly equal to force per unit length. So we have to put all these things there. But see here, a wire is there. Now a wire is there and it is placed on the surface of water. Now see here, the wire has 2 surfaces. Suppose this one is the marker, so it consider it is a wire and it has 2 surfaces, this one and this one. So that's why instead of this length L, we have to use 2L. So therefore we can write surface tension is equal to F by 2L. So 2 represents what? It has definitely how many surface? 2 surface. So put all the things which are given to us, that is F is force, that is 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 divided by 2 as it is. The length of wire is given, it is 10 centi. Centi means 10 to the power minus 2. Now let us calculate it. So minus 2 will get cancelled here, and the remaining terms 2 also get cancelled. So therefore P is equal to 1 by 10, and 1 by 10 means what? 0.1. So our correct option will be 0.1. That is the first options. Got it? So our next problem is a spherical drop is there of water. See here, a water drop is there and has a radius 1 mm. So we should write the given. So write down here given. So the radius of drop of water, that is small r, is given 1 mm. So mm, that is the millimeter. So we can write 1 into, instead of mm, minus 3 meter. So millimeter, millimeter stands for what? 10 to the power minus 3. So instead we should put 10 to the power minus 3. Now see here, this is the given. Then again if the surface tension of water, then surface tension is also given here. So surface tension capital T is 70 into 10 to the power minus 3 Newton per meter. Then the difference of pressures between inside and outside of the spherical drop is. So we have to calculate what the difference inside and outside pressure. So the difference between inside and outside pressure means what? That is the excess pressure, and we know how to calculate the excess pressure. So we have to calculate excess pressure, that is delta P. So for excess pressure, we know the concepts. So first of all, we have see here what about the pressure difference or excess pressures for drop and bubbles. See, a water drop is there. If a drop is there, water drop is there, then we know the excess pressure can be calculated as, that is delta P is equal to 2T by R. So this is for drop. And if instead of drop, if bubble is there, if bubble is there, then the excess pressure will be, delta P will be 40 by R. So this is the confusion in between drop and bubbles. So if liquid drop is there, then you have to use 2T by R, that is the excess pressure. And if bubble is there, then 40 by R, 4 into capital T upon R, that is the excess pressure for bubble, that is the soap bubble. Now to calculate the excess pressure related to the liquid drop, then we have to put, that is given things, and given things are 2 multiplied by surface tension is given, it is 70 into 10 to the power minus 3 upon the radius of that water drop is given, it is 1 mm, that is 1 into 10 to the power minus 3. So what about its calculation? So minus 3 will get cancelled, then remaining term is, that is 140, that is the difference in pressure in outside and outside, in inside or outside, that is the excess pressure. So excess pressure will be here 140 Newton per meter square. So correct option will be here, that is the third options. Got it? So our next problem is related to the capillary tube. Now this capillary tube, it has a radius. See, two types of liquids are using here. Water is there, and in another tube soap solution is there, that is soap water is there. It means in tube A there is water, and another tube, that is B, there is soap's water. There is soap water. Okay, so these are the two capillary tubes. Okay, and these capillary tube inserted in the liquids. Now see, shows the relative nature of the liquid columns in the two tubes. So liquid columns, inside the liquid columns A, water is there, and inside the liquid column, that is B, soap water is there. See here, according to this problem, one thing is confirmed, that is in first capillary tube, that is in capillary A there is water, and in capillary B there is soap water. Now when capillary tube is there, then easily we know how to calculate the height of liquid column. So these are the liquid columns here. So this is called as liquid column, height of liquid column. This is also height of liquid columns. So we know the height of liquid column, how to calculate. So we have seen already in theory lectures, rising liquid columns. So height of liquid column will be, so H is equal to 2T cos theta upon R rho G. So this is the important formula to calculate height of liquid column. Now see here, what is the relation between height and surface tension? So according to this problem, or according to these relations, we conclude that is height of liquid column must be equal to surface tension. So therefore we can conclude height is directly proportional to the surface tension T. So it means that surface tension of liquid is increases, therefore height of liquid column also increases. So this is the conclusion. Now see here, what is the difference between water and soap water? So water has greater surface tension than soap water. It means that surface tension of water is greater than surface tension of soap water. So this is the conclusion, because we know, we have seen in impurities, if detergent is added in a liquid, then its surface tension obviously decreases. It means that soap water, the surface tension of soap water decreases. So conclusion is surface tension of water is greater than surface tension of soap water, or we can say surface tension of soap water decreases or is less than surface tension of water. Now surface tension of water means in case of a tube A, so the height will be maximum, because surface tension and height, they are directly proportional to each other. So therefore surface tension of water, it is greater than surface tension of water. It means that height of liquid column in a tube is greater than height of liquid column in B tube, because in tube A there is water and in tube B there is soap water. So obviously height of liquid column in tube A is greater than height of liquid column in tube B. So obviously the height of liquid column in tube A is greater than, so it is greater, but comparatively height of liquid column in B is less than, because it is less than. So where it is less, here is not less, so this option will be cancelled. Here is less. Okay, so this second option will be correct. Now in third option there will be not possible, because here meniscus of that soap water is convex, and here never convex meniscus is there. Here also the meniscus of soap water will be convex, but it is not possible. Always and always the meniscus means what? The upper surface of liquid. So this is meniscus, whatever may be the upper surface of liquid, that is meniscus. So meniscus of soap solution is always concave in nature. This is concave in nature. So such type of nature is concave, and such type of nature is convex. So there are convex nature, so these two will be cancelled. Only second one is correct. Why second one is correct? Because height of liquid column in tube B is less than height of liquid column in tube A. And concentrator, sometimes students decide last option is correct. Why? Because there is also height in tube B is less. Why it is not correct here? Because the meniscus is here convex, so therefore it is not correct. The meniscus should be concave. So therefore second option will be correct. Whereas height of liquid column in dA is greater and the height of liquid column of soap solution, or we can say soap water, is less. Okay, but the meniscus should be concave. Okay, got it? So our next problem is radius of capillary is. Now it is also related to the capillary tube. So the radius of capillary tube is given. So we should write here. So radius of capillary tube, that is a small r, is given 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter. Then a liquid of weight is given. Weight means what? Obviously force. So force is given, that is mg. It is given 6.28 into 10 to the power minus 4 Newton. Then it may remains in the capillary, then the surface tension of liquid will be. So what will be the surface tension in this case? So it is very simple to calculate the surface tension in this case. So what is the basic formula to calculate surface tension? So see here, surface tension will be force per unit length. So what is length? So length, it is not given here. Why it is not given here? Because a capillary tube is there, and in that capillary tube a liquid is there. Suppose we are using here a liquid in capillary tube. So whatever will be the meniscus of that liquid, it is concave, and concave meniscus means what? It has circular path. So due to this, instead of L, we are using here 2 pi r, because it is a length of circular path due to concave surface. So therefore surface tension is equal to force upon 2 pi r. Just we have to put the given values here. Force, that is 6.28 into 10 to the power minus 4 upon 2 pi, that is 3.14 into r. R is given, it is 2 into 10 to the power minus 3, 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. Now what will be the calculations? The calculations will be here. So 6.28 into 10 to the power minus 4 upon 2 into 3.14, that is 6.28 into 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. So 6.828 will be cancelled here. So remaining terms is 1 by 2 into 10 to the power, this minus 3 becomes plus 3. So plus minus 4 plus 3 becomes minus 1. So 1 into 10 to the power minus 1 means what? 10. 10 divided by 5, that is 10 divided by 2. So we can here again calculate here which thing is there. See here, 1 by 2 means what? 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 1. So 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 1, it indicates that if we shift this decimal point after one digit, so we will get 5 into 10 to the power minus 2. Okay, because after one digit we are shifting here decimal point, that is minus 1, and this is minus 1. So minus 1 becomes minus 2. So our second option will be correct here, that is Newton per meter. Got it? So let us discuss about the next problems. That problem is again related to the capillary tubes. So here two capillary tubes are given. So first capillary tube has radius 0.2 centimeter and second capillary tube has 0.4 centimeter. That is the radius of two capillary tubes are deep in the same liquid. Then the ratio of heights. Now what is the relation between radius of capillary tube and the height of liquid column. So see here. So then the ratio of heights through which the liquid will rise in the capillary tube. Now we know the height of liquid column. What is the concept of height of liquid column? We have seen that is height of liquid column is exactly equal to 2t cos theta upon r rho g. So this is the proper formula to calculate height of liquid column. Now what will be the relation here in between height of liquid column and radius? So here h and r. See here, they are inversely proportional to each other. So we conclude that height of liquid column, that is height of liquid column, it is inversely proportional to the radius of capillary tube. So to calculate their ratio, if h1 by h2, then we can take here r2 by r1. By to calculate the ratio of heights h1 by h2, calculate h1 by h2 is exactly equal to r2 by r1 due to inversely proportional relation. So therefore h1 by h2 is equal to, what is the value of r2? Now see here, given things, so r1 is 0.2 cm whereas r2 is 0.4 cm. So what is the value of r2? The value of r2 is 0.4 and the value of r1 is 0.2. So what is the division? So division is 2 by 1. 2 by 1. That is correct option will be here 2:1. Got it? So our next problem is, when a capillary is deep in water, then the water rises 0.015 meter in it. So this is the height, that is water rises 0.015 meter. So here height is given. So we can write here height, that is h is equal to 0.015 meter. Then if the surface tension of water, so surface tension of water, it is also given, that is T, capital T, surface tension is 75 into 10 to the power minus 3 Newton per meter. Then the radius of capillary is, so we have to calculate the value of small r. So to calculate the value of capillary tube, we should know how we can find out the liquid column, height of liquid column. So for that purpose, h is equal to 2t cos theta. You should remember this formula, 2t cos theta upon r rho g. So this is the formula for the height of liquid column. So see here, liquid is there, so obviously angle of contact in case of liquid is 0. So therefore if we put instead of theta cos 0, so cos 0, the value of cos 0 is equal to 1. Therefore this formula becomes h is equal to only 2t upon r rho g, because cos theta, that is cos 0, it is 1. So due to this 2t upon r rho g is there. So concentrate on the relation between height and r. So see here, to calculate radius r, so this formula becomes r is equal to 2t upon h rho g. Okay, so substitute all the values which are given to us. Now see here, rho stands for what? Density, and density of water. So we should know the density of water because it is not given in this problem. So therefore if density is there, density of water is there, then you should remember density of water is always 1000 kg per meter cube. So 1000 means what? 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. So therefore density is equal to 10 to the power 3 only for water. Why? Because it is the density of liquid or density of water, that is 1000. So substitute all the values here. So r is equal to 2 Surface tension is given here. Surface tension is 75 into 10 to the power minus 3. Then upon h, that is the height. Height is given. It is 0.015. So shift this decimal point after 3 digits. So we get here 15 into 10 to the power 3. Why? 1, 2, 3. So we are shifting this decimal point after 3 digits, means 10 to the power minus 3 is here. Then rho, obviously rho means what? That is 1000. So instead of rho, we can put 10, and this gravity is also 10. So consider here gravity, it is 10 meter per second square. Now calculate easily. So what is the calculations of this? So calculation is, see here, we are shifting here decimal point after 3 digits, means we are putting here 10 to the power minus 3, and here density of liquid is, density of water is 1000, that is 10 to the power 3. So here 10 to the power 3 we can write. So now the calculation is 15 5 are 75. So here 10 to the power minus 3 and 10 to the power plus 3 will get cancelled. Now 5 2s are 10. So we can write here R is equal to 5 2s are 10. So 10 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by only 10. So 10 will get cancelled. Therefore R is equal to 10 to the power minus 3. And 10 to the power minus 3 represents what? 1 millimeter. So what is the meaning of this 10 to the power minus 3? It is 1 mm. 1 mm. 1 millimeter is equal to 10 to the power minus 3. So our correct option is 10 to the power minus 3 means 1 mm. That is the 1 millimeter. Got it?